Alright, what's good, y'all? And you already know what it is. Right from the start, click the like, click the share, leave a comment, just engage and let me know you're rocking with it. But in the meantime, we gon' cue the damn music. Alright, now this story is quite interesting. I don't want to give it away, so I'm just gonna show you. These women survived domestic abuse, and now they're sharpshooters, protecting animals from poachers. Ooh. Now this is one I gotta see the story behind this one, because I'm not gonna just jump to conclusions. I'm just hear it out and just get my thoughts on it. Like I said, I haven't vetted the story. I'm just reading it. So everything you're getting is not scripted. I haven't had time to sit here and form a particular bias towards it or a particular point of view. So it's just off the cuff.
Also, just remember your training, use the shadows. Just move through the trees, move through the shadows like a ghost.
To me, the abusive thing was refusing me to find a job, to look for a job, and to proceed with my education. That's where the fight starts.
So you'd start talking about it, he'd get angry, and then what would he...
Sometimes he claims me, he hits me.
We thought by putting them through our version of Special Forces selection that we were putting them through hell. But the reality is that they'd already been through it.
Now I can think that I can do something that is great, is I can save myself. No man is going to challenge me again.
The distance a person can place between suffering and breaking is what defines the spirit of an individual.
Okay, on the rope.
They think that only field rangers will be men only. But we as women, we just prove them wrong.
This is quite an interesting story.
Inside Syria, Charlie Daggett is about a...
No, I'm not talking about that right now. That is an interesting story.
Also, just remember your training, use the shadows.
Protecting animals from poachers. Let's put the music back on. Alright, now this is CBS, and anything mainstream, you gotta watch that with a grain of salt. So, they say they're sharpshooters protecting animals from poachers. Does anybody really believe that story? Because this guy was saying they put them through all types of special forces training, the same training that they give to men. Now, you got the women over here eager to, who have been, beaten up by their husband, and now they have a particular hatred towards men. Let's just watch it again and just read what they were saying.
Just move through the trees, move through the shadows like a ghost.
To me,
she has on a fucking ghillie suit. Hey, that's some Call of Duty shit right there. They out there doing that for real. You don't train somebody like this unless you're preparing them for something big. Like, if they're training women like this, but they're not giving the men the same training, it's gonna be like what they're doing is weaponizing the women. I can already see this divide and conquer tactic coming. Now, these women, what they've been through, like I said, I wasn't there. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but if a dude's just beating a woman's ass for no reason, and he has no justification towards it, I can understand using violence against him and him only. If it was a group of men that were just unjustly, beating a woman's ass, swift and just punishment needs to come. But if it gets to a point to where these women start taking that shit a little bit too far and just start killing men without control or self-restraint, they're just letting all that anger out on every man they see, it's gonna be a problem. And not to mention, they're getting special training from white people whose primarily expertise is in warfare, and they win wars by dividing people.
The abusive thing was refusing me to find a job, to look for a job.
One thing I noticed, why is all the women's hair in Africa like that short, dude? Why is the hair cut so short? I never got that. I don't care if it's military or not, because these look like full-blown uniforms. This don't look like they just protected, people, animals from poachers. That sounds like a bullshit-ass excuse.
And to proceed with my education, that's where the fight starts.
So you'd start talking about it, he'd get angry, and then what would
And
you...
sometimes he claims me, he hits me.
You don't need all that martial arts training for protecting animals. And because animals, a lot of them have their own. Not to mention, why would a white guy, who probably participates in poaching, train them on how to protect animals, from poachers? Protecting rhinos, like you need a whole gang of people to take down a rhino. So you're training these same people of the land to protect against people who look like you. Does that make any sense? All that martial arts, that hand to hand, you don't need that. All that endurance training, no, they're training for like some sort of subterfuge mission. They're probably training for a coup or some shit in the near future. Mark my words.
We thought by putting...
And it's no secret that the U.S. and other, white nations all have their hands in Africa, and certain leaders are being targeted for their views and taking back parts of Africa. Like Julius Malema has a target on his back. We all know that. So don't be surprised if in the history books, or if we see it live, a whole bunch of women, with this same type of training are the ones that take them out. Because who's training them? The white man.
Them through our version of special forces
Your version of special forces
selection, that we're putting them through hell. But the reality is that they'd already been through it.
No.
And not to mention, since women are typically underestimated, it might be one of those things where you never see it coming because you don't expect it from them.
I can think that I can do something that is great.
Do something that is great. Notice during this whole interview, during this whole video, they never once mentioned shit about animals. Never.
Because I can save myself.
I can save myself. She ain't say shit about no animals. She ain't say the bit about no rhinoceros, no giraffes, no cheetahs, zebras, none of that shit. I can save myself.
No man is going to challenge me again.
No man is going to challenge me again. Now, when the media shows you something, they're showing you something that they want you to see. Now, they're showing you the weaponization of women. Now, first they did it mentally, and now they're doing it physically. Now, if it comes down to a war, a lot of men are going to end up having to kill a lot of these women. A war is coming.
The distance of...
In the dark, special military outfit. Well, it's not really special. It's just, a pouch and whatnot. Why would a black man be out there poaching? Like, I'm pretty sure that's his homeland. So why is he being arrested?
The person and place between suffering and breaking is what defines the spirit of an individual.
Okay, on the rope.
They think that only field rangers will be men only. But we as women,
and expect the women to be a lot more vicious than the men. Because, when you induct women into, special acts of violence and all that, they typically have a chip on their shoulder. And not to mention, because they're abused, they already have a hatred for men, so it won't be hard to, train them to a high level, give them to hold in that rage, then just turn it on the people you want them to turn it on. Just like the dinosaurs or the special velociraptors in the new Jurassic World or whatever. Like I said, you heard it here first.
just to prove them wrong.
I don't know. Am I reaching? Am I overanalyzing it? Am I thinking about it too much? I don't know, probably. But given that, history has given us like an entire fucking library to choose from, I don't think I am. So why don't y'all give me y'all thoughts, y'all opinions, leave a comment, leave a like, dislike, or whatever. Just engage. And I'm gonna end this, but always remember,
don't forget the mister.